All right, guys. So, welcome to Founders Connect. In this episode, we have an amazing guest. I always say my all guest is amazing, but this guy, Mitsuo Okada from Japan,
Hi.
he's the founder and CEO of Cappy Me, right?
Yeah,
Cappy,
Cappy. Yeah.
just a Cappy.
Yeah,
Cappy.
but the website is cappy.me.
Yeah,
ME.
oh,
Yeah.
Cappy.me. Perfect. So, Mitsuo, welcome to Founders Connect.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting.
Of course,
Yeah.
we met like 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, but I just met you yesterday.
So I know you're a very funny guy. You're like one of the few guy I met in Japan, but those are the one. Most of them they're staying in Japan, but you moved to US, right?
Right.
So how long ago you moved to US?
For my entrepreneur, actually, I finished my university here in the United States.
Okay, when
Yeah.
was it?
Long time ago, that was around 2000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I recently moved to United States for my business.
For your
A
business.
year ago, I think.
Year ago.
Yeah.
So let's just start a little bit about you yourself.
Sure.
You've been doing Cappy for how long?
Since 2012 October.
Okay.
But
12.
yeah, I started this one since I was PhD student in Kyoto, Japan.
Kyoto. Okay.
Yeah, so if I count from the research and brainstorming stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's much before that.
So you start like the 2012. You were in the PhD student in Kyoto, and you were studying what?
Computer science and the cybersecurity stuff.
Cybersecurity.
Yeah, especially for encryption.
Encryption.
Yeah.
For the what's the Cappy for? Can you tell us a little bit about like
Yeah.
short
CAPI is in one word, super user friendly capture.
capture?
Yeah, something you know recapture, right?
Yeah.
You get
When you are
99
signing up for
Right.
in a website, it shows you select
Yeah.
the car, street, traffic light.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
We simply provide a easier one. than
Easier
Google.
one.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's normally people using for the Google service. You're
Yeah.
competing with the Google
Right, right.
from Tokyo, and you started this business when you were in Kyoto and studying. That time is this the Google stuff is available, or they start after you?
They were already provided.
Okay.
Do you remember the twisted character capture?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
that was 7 years ago, and
okay, 7 years ago, then you started.
Yeah.
So
But-
and
yeah.
yeah, please.
At the time, they are providing the twisted characters,
Mhm.
and we are providing puzzle shape capture,
Okay.
which is universally, understandable what to do.
Yeah,
if
that's true.
people see it. People tend to think completing puzzle,
Mm-hmm.
and then we can provide the result. Either the responder is human or not.
So you started like when you were in the PhD student at
Yeah.
Kyoto.
Yeah.
Then what was the process? Okay, you got an idea,
Yeah.
and then what you did after that?
Before getting idea, I was doing something more complicated.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was doing a PhD thesis, but usually security stuff is too complicated for ordinary people to understand.
Yeah, like me.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
I know lots of people tend to not to away from security stuff.
That's
I
true.
wanted to make something different and much easier for people to understand how to use it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then I came up with this idea while I was taking shower.
Really?
Yeah.
You're
You know,
not kidding.
I'm not kidding. My original idea was, for example, there are, for example, 16 noise images. If some of the pieces get overlapped at a certain point, the person see the hidden message in the image. That was my original idea.
And that original idea came to you when you were taking shower.
I know for the business I have to make much simpler.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then you made a decision
Right.
when you were taking a shower. You
Right,
should
right,
say,
right.
I need to make a business for this.
Yeah, and also from my research to the product, I visited Bay Area
Okay.
and visited I think eBay and some other company at the time. I think that was 2011,
Mm-hmm.
and I did some research, for how engineers or people thinks,
Like doing like a market research pretty
right,
much.
right, right, something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
And I got lots of questions. The idea is nice,
Mm-hmm.
but people get confused what to do with the noisy, lots of noisy images.
Wow.
So to make it easier for people to understand what to do,
Mm-hmm.
I made lots of idea,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the idea was puzzle. Yeah.
Okay.
Puzzle, usually recognized in any countries.
Yeah, as you said, like
Yeah.
very universal.
Right,
But
right.
who told you like come to Bay Area? Because I know Japan a little bit. I spent time in Tokyo in the time when I was in Tokyo. That's how we met.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk that part also too. But not so many Japanese entrepreneur.
Yeah.
They come to early stage of their idea to Bay Area to get a feedback. They mostly come very late stage. Like
Yeah.
I mean, many example. Yesterday we were in the Rakuten event.
Yeah.
We see that Rakuten came to the Bay Area very late stage, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So who told you or where'd you got the idea to come to Bay Area very early time?
Because at the time U.S. was very familiar for me, other than Japan.
Wow, because
Yeah.
you came to school. That's the reason.
Right, right.
Yeah.
I didn't know the common sense in Japan,
Hmm.
neither United States, which was which is a problem. But yeah,
Okay, but you thought that is.
U.S. was easier for me at the time.
Did you speak English that time? Too?
Yeah,
because
yeah,
because you came to school. That's true.
Yeah.
You have a very big advantage because most of the Japanese entrepreneur they don't speak English, right?
Right, that's another problem for the country.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Why? Because you guys not learning the English in the high school or college?
they do, but they have to change the way they teach English or the different cultures.
So you can say that English is pretty much change your life.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or living experience in
Yeah.
overseas,
Yeah.
which is United States. Yeah.
That's very interesting. So okay, you came to Bay Area, you did the research, then you went to back Kyoto or Tokyo to build a
Kyoto.
okay.
Yeah, because I was a student at the
Okay.
time in the university.
Then you finished the school, and then did you raise the capital and went to Tokyo to like build a company?
At the time, I got the first investment offer
Okay.
when I was, I think I was postdoc student
Okay,
at the time
in Kyoto.
in Kyoto. Yeah, and after I got offer, I decided to move to Tokyo. because-
Who was the investor? Is it institutional VC or just
no,
an angel
just
investor?
angel,
Oh wow,
American.
American
Yeah.
guy find you in Kyoto. Is he was in Japan?
He's Japanese American.
A Japanese American. Okay, so then he gave you the angel investment, and then you moved to Tokyo.
Right.
Okay, and where'd you get the first clients? How long it took you to build the solution technology?
My co-founder was from the same college, same university,
Okay.
and he joined my idea and he built up the first product.
Hmm.
And for the first client, I spent six months for building a product.
Mm-hmm.
And just I think from the angel investment, and after within a year, I think within 6 months I got a Series A investment from VC,
What was the name of the
Jafco.
Javco, right? One
Yeah.
of the biggest
Yeah,
VC firm in Japan, right?
yeah. And he, they introduced me for the clients because
Wow.
they have big channels in Japan.
So Javco pretty much not just only giving you the money, they also help you the distribution.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And you are working pretty big names in Japan, right?
Yeah, I was lucky. I can't say the exact client name, but
Yeah, for
a
sure.
very famous one, by the way.
I know.
They got down. They got attacked,
Okay.
but some of the decision making guy knew me about my product,
Okay.
and he contacted our company,
Mm-hmm.
and he decided to use our product within, I think that was 2 weeks, which was they're a big company,
Yeah. It's impossible normally.
Yeah.
It takes like almost a year.
especially in Japan.
In
They
Japan-
spend like a year.
I know.
for this-
Paperwork,
yeah.
paperwork.
Right, right.
Why Japanese people like paperwork?
I don't know.
But that big corporation, giant corporation, enterprise, they
Yeah.
made a decision in 2 weeks.
Yeah, because I think they get attacked.
Yeah, that attack, the help you.
We are lucky.
Yeah, you were lucky, but
Yeah.
you're a scientist and you're like engineer, but you're focusing on more the business side, right?
Right.
And your co-founder is doing mostly the product development.
Yeah.
And is he still with you?
No, he is in UK for getting his PhD.
Okay, he's still getting PhD.
Yeah, not still. He left.
Oh, that
Uh,
time he was in PhD.
Right. He was. He just finished his undergrad,
Okay, that time he graduated undergrad.
Yeah.
And
and he started his master and PhD.
Okay.
3 years ago.
oh, okay.
Yeah, and, yeah.
But he's still with you in the company.
No.
No, he's not. He's just
Right.
went back to school.
Yeah.
Cool. How big your team in right now in Tokyo?
15.
15?
Yeah, 15 to 20.
Okay. And you're like mainly focusing on that time when you were started first couple years, you only focus in the Japan market?
Yeah.
Why was it?
Oh, because I get lots of inquiries from customers, and I didn't have chance to go overseas.
But you always thinking that you should come
Yeah.
to overseas?
Yeah, that's why I always made my our website in English first.
That's very big thing for the Japanese companies. I know because
Yeah.
a lot of them they don't do it, right?
Right.
Because of why? Why are you thinking that as Japanese entrepreneur very focused on the Japan market?
I think that's English problem,
Language problem.
language problem.
And also, I believe that is market is also big in Japan. I mean, it's not very small. It's not like Israel,
Right.
right? I mean, if you in Israel or even maybe Greece or Turkey, your local market is perfect. I mean, it's good for you to keep the business, but it's not the big enough. It can take you the $1 billion business.
Yeah,
But Japan itself is a huge market.
yeah,
And you can even be okay if you only stay in Japan.
yeah.
So maybe the reason.
But in the future, I know Japan market is shrinking,
Mm-hmm.
and other country is growing.
That's true. Like
Yeah.
for example,
So
like,
as a founder,
Mhm.
I know what I have to do.
That's very important because the reason I'm doing Founders Connect
Yeah.
because I want to like learn from the best people like you and then explore and then share the ideas for the other founders.
Yeah.
If someone from Japan will watch this thing,
Yeah.
they can able to understand, you know what? Okay, Japan market is great, but it's shrinking and let's go other market.
Yeah.
So then you raise how much total for now? About
Not much.
Not too much, right?
3.5 million. Yeah.
And the time we met 2 years ago, you got a money from the 500 startup, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's maybe a little
That
bit
was-
more than that. 2 years maybe.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. That was before Series B.
Series B. So because the reason I'm saying the Series A and B definition in Japan is totally different than here.
Yeah.
Because most of the seed round in here, it's kind of sounds like a Series A or
Right.
B in Japan.
Right.
Because of the valuation is smaller than here. What do you
Yeah.
think?
Variation and investment amount is much smaller.
Much smaller.
Yeah. For example, in my company, I did Series A,
Mm-hmm.
1 million USD,
Okay.
and 2.5 million in Series B,
Wow.
which is
Normally,
pretty, just
yeah.
sit around here.
sit around
Yeah.
mostly like even if you're consumer app maybe like
Yeah, and
not
other-
even angel round sometimes $3-4 million in
Yeah.
here.
And there are no investor investing 2-figure
Yeah.
millions
I know.
in Japan.
But I mean I think it will be changed because the people like founders,
Mm-hmm.
first generation they got rich, they're selling the companies.
Mm-hmm.
But exit is very fast in Japan than here. I'm sorry, Japan than in the US because I met so many people they do
Mm-hmm.
very quick exit in Japan. Why is Japan's exit is faster than
That's
here?
small, right?
Yeah.
That's small exit, right?
Small, but it's happening.
First, yeah.
And I think those first generation people who are doing exit,
Mm-hmm.
they'll come back and turn to be the more like an angel investor.
Yeah, I see some people, but not a lot.
Not a lot, right?
Yeah, just few people, right?
Few people.
Yeah.
I know a couple of them in here also too.
But I think that's it.
That's very
What it
very
is.
few people.
Yeah,
So
very few.
then finally you moved to US.
Right.
So that was a year ago.
Yeah.
So why you moved to the US? What makes you to come to the US?
Because I didn't have any idea staying in Japan.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is I didn't make any decision
Mm-hmm.
because I was, planning to come, United States anytime.
So you're always planning.
Yeah.
And then finally last year you had a chance to come, huh?
Yeah. The biggest problem was my visa.
Mm-hmm.
That's for, everyone.
Everyone's, yeah. So then you figured out your visa.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you came to
I got
here
visa and came to here last August.
last August, but you came to San Francisco, but
Yeah.
now you live in New York.
Yeah.
What happened?
Because San Francisco, getting very expensive.
Yes.
I know there is still big opportunity,
For sure.
but New York City is also growing
Yeah.
for startup company, and there are cybersecurity center in Manhattan.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know
called
that.
Cyber New York City.
Cyber New York City.
Yeah.
Is there any cyber security center in San Francisco?
Yeah.
What is
yeah, lots of cybersecurity headquarters are here.
Okay.
Yeah.
But in New York, in Manhattan, they have it too.
Yeah, they have two, and also I can visit anytime here.
Yeah,
in
for
San
sure.
Francisco.
What's your biggest challenge so far in living in the U.S. 1 year?
Just I came up with the idea that I have to separate a Japanese company and
Okay.
global company
Yeah,
based in the United States
yeah.
because the culture is so different. It's almost impossible to keep this company together. Yeah.
I got it. So,
That's the biggest challenge.
but like what? But you have an investor in Japan. They're
Yeah.
okay with this, like turning this company a global company.
Not okay because if I do something here,
Yeah.
that means I have to spend more money.
Yeah,
This Japanese investor thinks that's risk. Yeah,
They-
because they don't.
Yeah,
They tend to not to take too much risk.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
that's a problem.
Tell me about it because I have
Yeah.
some business going in Japan. I kind of know a little bit about it. But Japanese investors and Japanese entrepreneur,
Mm-hmm.
they're mostly like they don't really want to take too much risk.
Mm-hmm.
They're very focused on revenue focus, right?
Right.
Yeah. So you're saying the biggest challenge is number one is the culture difference,
Right.
the understanding the business. How about another like the living are you feeling like more adaptive in yourself in US culture
Yeah.
now?
Yeah, and the expense and revenue and market
Yeah.
is much different Japan and the United States.
That's interesting.
My wife actually grew up in Palo Alto.
Ah.
She got used to it.
So you have some still connection. So I always tell the people, you know what? I mean, coming from different country to another country, it's hard, it's challenging, but if you have some similarity, either your wife, your husband, or your friend, someone the people you know before, it makes it easier to this transition process. And
Right.
your wife speaking English,
Yeah.
and then that's like no issue for you. That's interesting, man. But for you now, you live in New York, but you're in San Francisco. What's your plan? Are you gonna come to San Francisco every because you were living in San Francisco till last August.
Yeah.
And you just recently moved, right?
Yeah.
So can you like also give us like the high level comparison to New York to San Francisco?
Yeah. 3 times. There is a 3 times rule. For example,
Okay.
compared to San Francisco and Manhattan,
Okay.
San Francisco has 3 times bigger market.
Oh, San
also-
Francisco is bigger than New York
Yeah,
market for
right.
cybersecurity or anything.
Yeah, because San Francisco is still the top.
Yeah, top of
the
top of the world. That's true.
Yeah, and for example, investment and everything, due diligence.
Yeah.
San Francisco moves 3 times faster, according to my lawyer.
Wow.
Yeah.
So San Francisco 3 times bigger,
Yeah.
3 times faster.
Yeah.
What else?
3 times bigger, 3 times faster, and
3 times expensive.
more engineer and entrepreneurs.
Okay.
Not 3 times expensive.
They're
probably
almost similar, right?
for the housing apartment.
Yeah.
1.2 times expensive.
than New York.
No, then you're right.
Yeah. Okay, so wow, but rest of the 3x, it makes it still this city is like the beautiful and the
Right.
best city in the world.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. So we have some question for you,
Yeah.
my friends, my followers, and then also probably your potential followers. They ask you some question. The number one question. Let me ask you.
Mhm.
Hi Okada. They
Hi.
say okay. Hi. What tips and advice do you have for those who want to start something of their own? Means like what is the other like advice you can give for the people who wants to start their own companies?
First of all, try to make a product and
Okay.
or ask people how people think.
Mm-hmm.
For example, because we have to, for the entrepreneur, they have to find the customers
Yes,
for the market.
that's true.
Yeah,
But
but
first you get the feedback and then ask the audience, the audience you want to get.
right,
Okay. What is second?
and it's gonna change the product accordingly.
So
Yeah,
you're saying your first the feedback, the first the interaction within the let's say prospect clients or prospect the users, it's gonna change your product
right,
roadmap.
right.
So
Makes much better.
and more feedback, it's
The better, yeah.
better, right? Because you came also from Japan to here
Right.
to get the feedback.
But the problem is if entrepreneur get too much feedback, they get confused, as I did.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so that's the
very,
difficult part.
that's a very good point. Okay, all right. Let's say they got a good feedback and then good the ideas. Then what they should do after that?
They have to think and have to choose which one they should go.
Okay, based on like gut feeling or what?
Right,
kind of-
feeling, feeling, actually feeling, I do feeling.
You like instead not I mean
Not
also
strategy.
no strategy. You're more emotional
Right,
than
right.
more tactical.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
How about the funding?
Funding. It's the best way to start is getting the accelerator.
Accelerator.
Yeah.
Okay.
Techstars 500 YC.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you did you went to 500?
Yeah, I have done 3 actually.
Oh wow.
500 and
Have water, man.
thank you 500 and Microsoft Ventures in Israel,
Israel.
Tel Aviv. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was gonna actually ask you that part. Please have
And
water.
Orange, Orange from France, Paris.
Wow. So you went to Orange in France.
Yeah, actually Orange is in Tokyo division, but yeah, still.
So you went three different accelerator.
Yeah.
Did you give them the equity? Only
I
five-
did for 500.
But rest of them they didn't give any free.
Yeah.
But they give you money.
No, I had a choice, but I didn't take it.
You didn't take it.
Yeah.
But the reason you
Actually,
went there because you want to get more vision,
Right.
more idea,
And connection.
connection. How long you stay in Tel Aviv?
6 months is totally. Boot
Wow.
camp.
Boot camp.
We were batch 6.
Okay. Batch 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that was 6.
That's it.
Yeah.
So, but after that, Microsoft Venture. That was a Microsoft Ventures, right?
Right.
So what?
But I
yeah.
still have connection with some other guy there.
Mm,
And excuse me.
No problem.
I get reference letter for my visa. Thank
Are you okay?
No, not okay.
Okay.
Reference letter for my visa from one of the founder of Microsoft Ventures.
So that guy helped you to get a visa
Yeah,
in here?
yeah.
Wow. You see the connection?
Yeah,
Why you didn't call me? I can help you too.
great. Yeah, next
Yeah,
time.
Next time.
Yeah.
For sure. So, but you also stay and live in Tel Aviv.
Yeah.
So why you didn't want to go to Tel Aviv? And because I know Tel Aviv is a big place too.
Yeah, but mostly headquarters
startups.
is in the United States.
Right.
I found it.
Mm.
Yeah, all the decision. I mean, I would say most decision is made. In Boston, San Francisco,
Or New York.
London. Yeah,
London. So you're saying that it doesn't need to be too smart to make a decision where you should live because
Right.
if you look at it, where the people's HQ or where the
Right.
decision making
Right.
is mostly still in US or maybe UK.
Yeah.
little bit in Europe.
There are
But
lots
yeah,
of talented engineering people in Tel Aviv.
yeah.
Yeah, but not making decision. Yeah.
Because you need a
Right.
decision making. Because the reason I'm asked, I want to talk with you a little bit. So, how hard to find a new client in US?
Oh, it compared to Japan is totally different. So I have to do everything almost from scratch.
That's true. So there's
Even-
yeah,
Even the product, I have to, the UI and UX, I have to change it.
because nothing you have in Japan, maybe technology wise, it's kind of work out.
Yeah.
But the interface,
Right.
UI, customer onboarding,
Right.
relationship building, it's totally different.
Right.
And US is like the market. But if you start in the US and if you do only for the US in the beginning, rest of the world's gonna use you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, because Southeast Asia is from can be lead from Singapore,
Yeah.
and Singapore is very tied up with the United States,
Okay.
and UK, Middle East, and Africa can be tied up from London, right?
Okay. So you're saying that is like London is tied to the US and then rest of the world is tied to London.
Yeah.
And then the Southeast Asia is tied in Singapore, but Singapore is tied in the US.
Yeah. So
So pretty much is everyone is like still like
Yeah.
following what's happening here.
there is two big market in the world, I think.
Okay.
China and the US, English or Chinese.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
And you found it, you learned this thing
Yeah.
when you were like 18 years old? How old are you?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I think around I just passed 40 last year, I think. But
Okay, after 40 you don't count it, huh?
I don't. Right.
You don't count it.
I
Cool.
don't remember. Probably 41.
In Japan, is it different than counting the age in here?
Same.
Okay.
But I really forgot.
You really forgot?
I have
you,
to. Yeah.
You,
calculate.
you don't know which year you born?
1978.
Okay, 1978.
And September.
September
So how
1978.
old am I?
Okay, you passed 41. So
Oh.
you just turned 41 actually. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Are you okay now?
Yeah. I thought, yeah.
Yeah, because you don't know, are you 41 or 42?
Right.
That was the thing.
Yeah.
That's cool. So, do you have any hobby right now? Do you like, what do you do like, because being founder is very stressful. So what do you do?
Yeah.
How are you dealing with this stress?
I like,
Cooking.
well, yeah. No, not cooking. Speaking with other people
Okay.
and make network.
So
Yeah.
you think networking is very
Pretty
important?
much that's it. Yeah.
So being founder, you need to be connect to people, huh?
Right. That's
That's
I think most important.
really
Yeah.
connecting the
Yeah.
other founders or anybody.
Anybody.
Hmm.
Engineers, marketing guy, sales guy,
Okay.
partners,
So say it again.
student,
Most important thing, let's say it,
network.
networking, connection. Because you said that your connection in Israel, it helped you in even the US, right?
Yeah, and in the future, I'm sure when I go back to Israel, Tel Aviv,
Yeah.
I have few people I should meet still.
Yeah.
I still
Or
have-
I can introduce you some people.
Great, yeah, that's good.
That's like what the other founders. You moved to New York, and I introduced you my friend Adam to you,
Yeah,
right?
thank you. Yeah,
So-
I will meet him.
Yeah, you'll meet
next
him.
week.
Yeah, so this is like also what I like it. So Mitsuo-san,
Yeah.
I enjoy a lot speaking
Thank
with you. We should definitely do this thing again,
Yeah, sure.
and then we'll definitely invite also other friends from any part of the world, and then your story is already like so inspiring. They should watch it, and then if you come to San Francisco next time, please let me know.
Great.
Maybe we'll
Next month.
Next month. I was
Every
not.
month.
I was not sure that you're gonna come to next month. So you're planning to come to every month?
Yeah,
Wow.
try to. Yeah.
That's cool. That's a great excuse to come.
Yeah.
All right, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Arigato gozaimasu. Arigato.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. So we had an amazing guest, Mitsuo Okada, and I enjoy a lot. He's so funny guy. But I think that this first show, we tried to talk as many topic we can. But I think we'll definitely have him another time. And keep watching our videos, and please, if you like those videos, just write a comment or start subscribing our channel. I'll see you guys next time. Say cheers.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.